Hi Nana, we were learning about isomerism. What is isomerism? Isomerism is the phenomenon by which uh, different compounds different compounds will have same molecular formula. That means the compounds which have same molecular formula but differ in their properties are said to be isomers, and the phenomenon of existence of isomers is said to be isomerism. So we have seen that isomerism, it is of mainly two types: structural isomerism and stereoisomerism. And in structural isomerism, again, it is of several types: chain isomerism, position isomerism, functional isomerism, ring chain isomerism, isotopomerism, metamerism, and tautomerism. So we have discussed about chain isomerism and positional isomerism. Now today we are going to learn about functional isomerism. What is functional isomerism? See, what type of compounds will show this functional isomerism? See, functional isomerism. So this is shown by shown by compounds which have same molecular formula. The compounds which have same molecular formula but with different functional groups. Okay, so this is shown by the compounds. That means which this means here functional isomerism is shown by compounds which have same molecular formula but with different functional groups. FG means functional groups. Okay, such compounds show functional isomerism. For example, if you take an example, C4H6 with this molecular formula. So with this molecular formula, so these compounds exist. Okay, this is a compound. 1, 2, 3, 4 carbons, and here 3 hydrogens, 2 hydrogens, 5, and this carbon is this carbon is having 1 hydrogen. So altogether 6 hydrogens. So this compound, okay, if I write that compound, it will be like this. It should be like this actually. Whenever triple bond comes, so actually it should not be like this. The compound, the shape, it will be like this actually. So it will be like this. CH. Okay, right? So how many carbons? 1, 2, 3, 4 carbons and 6 hydrogens. Okay, with the same molecular formula, another compound is also will exist. Another compound. Okay. What is the name of this compound? 1, 2, 3, 4. So butane, it is butane, or else but one ion, but one ion. So here as it is one, it is left for our option. Sometimes we may not write this one, so without writing one we can write the name like this also. Okay, only for one it is the chance is there. Suppose if it is other number, then compulsorily we have to write in this way only. What is the name of this compound? Here in butene. So on first carbon and on third carbon, okay, first carbon, third carbon, there is a double bond. So 1 3 1 3 sorry, you have to write like this. IUPAC name but 1 3 buta 1 3 diene, or else we may write like this also, but 1 comma 3 adiene. Okay, so generally, so this is the more right practice, and even people write like this also, right? See, these two are different compounds. Butane is different from buta 1,3 diene, but these two compounds will have same molecular formula. They are differing in their functional groups. So here alkyne functional group, alkyne, whereas it is diene, okay, diene functional group. Generally multiple bonds are also treated as functional groups. Okay, multiple bonds are also treated as functional groups. Right. Let us learn some more examples. See, look here. This is a compound. Even this compound is also having same molecular formula. Okay, but it is cyclic compound. Okay. Now this one also. Even this is bicyclic compound. Even this is also having same molecular formula. So these two are said to be functional isomers. So simply it is a cyclic cyclobutane it is, and here it is bicyclo compound. These two are functional isomers to each other. Okay. Okay, this is cycloalkene bicyclic compound. So 1, 2, 3, 4, all these are having same molecular formula, but they are said to be functional isomers. Let us learn some more examples for clear understanding. Okay, see, these four are said to be when a cyclic ring, or else when a cyclic compound is isomeric with open chain compound, then these two are also they are also called as ring chain isomers. These two are also ring chain isomers, and even these two are ring chain isomers. Even these two are also ring chain isomers. Okay, ring and chain, open chain, ring, open chain, ring, open chain. So like this, the ring chain isomerism also will exist. We will learn some more examples for our clear understanding. Okay, always alkynes are functional isomers to dienes. Alkynes are functional isomers to dienes. So alkynes and dienes are functional isomers to each other. Next example, alcohols and ethers. Alcohols and ethers are also functional isomers to each other. alcohols and ethers are functional isomers to each other. For example, CH3, CH2, CH2OH. So this is propyl alcohol. This is propyl alcohols. See, generally alcohol and ethers are also, they are all functional isomers to each other. So this is functional isomer to this one, and this is functional isomer to this one, and these two. So this is functional isomer to this one, and this is functional isomer to this one. Alcohol means generally OH group is present. Ethers means generally oxygen. So here this oxygen is attached to carbon, and even this side also carbon is present. So oxygen is attached to carbon atoms on both sides, either sides. So such functional group is said to be ether functional group, and such functional group is said to be alcohol functional group. So here alcohol functional group is present, hence it is said to be propyl alcohol. Okay, what is the molecular formula? 1, 2, 3. C3. How many hydrogens are there? 3. 8. 8. 3, 4, 7, 1, 8. 8. Okay, one oxygen is present. So with this molecular formula, we can write alcohol. This alcohol we may write, even other alcohols also we may write. So here with this molecular formula we can write alcohol. And ether. Ether means, so here it should be like this. So one side, one carbon, there are 3 carbons only. So write 2 carbons one side and 1 carbon on another side. So what is the formula? CH2, CH3, okay, CH3. Okay, so this is ether and this is alcohol. Okay, so ethyl, methyl, ether. Ethyl, methyl, ether. See, while writing the name of ethers, so this is ethyl group and this is methyl group, okay, and this is ether functional group. So alphabetical order we have to write. So ethyl will come before methyl. So that is why ethyl, methyl, ether. So this is propyl alcohol. Propanol. Propanol, ethyl, methyl, ether. So these two are functional isomers. Okay, any alcohol is functional isomers to ether, and any ether will be functional isomer to alcohol. So like this, suppose CH3, CH, OH is here, CH3. So this is also alcohol. Okay, this is also functional isomer to this one, because these two are having same molecular formula but different functional groups. So this is a ether functional group, this is alcohol functional. Hence these two are also said to be functional isomers. These two are said to be functional isomers. But these two are said to be this one and this one. So this is 1, this is 2. Let us think this is 3. What is the name of this one? Prop-2-ol. Propan-2-ol. Okay, the name of this one is propan-2-ol. So look here, 1, 2, 3. So 1 and 2, they are said to be positional isomers. They are said to be positional isomers. 1 and 3, they are functional isomers. Even 2 and 3 also, they are also, these two are also functional isomers. So like this. Okay, Fi means functional isomer. Shortcut. Okay, wrote in short form, but don't practice like this one. Okay, Fi. So write in full name. Okay, right. And one more example we will practice. monocarboxylic acids, esters, hydroxyaldehydes, and hydroxyketones. Okay, monocarboxylic acids, esters, hydroxyaldehydes, hydroxyketones. So these four are functional isomers to each other. For example, monocarboxylic acid. What is the meaning of monocarboxylic acids? One COOH group is present. So if only one COOH group is present, then such compound is said to be monocarboxylic acid. Let us take an example. CH3, CH2, COOH. So this is called as propanoic acid. So acid means, so it will be having this structure COOH, C double bond O, COH. Okay, so this is the functional group for acids, carboxylic acids. Esters. For esters it will be like this: R, CO, O. Instead of hydrogen, so R is present. R means any alkyl group. This one is also any alkyl group. So sometimes these two are equal, or else they may differ. Okay. So here, so this is what? This is acid. COOH group is present. So here H is present, hence it is acid. Suppose if it is like this: CH3, COO, CH2. If it is like this, so here this hydrogen is replaced by CH2. So that means it is in this form. So this one is in this form. So this is ester. This is ester form. Okay. Ester. So what is the molecular form of this one? 1, 2, 3 carbons. 3 carbons. Hydrogens how many? 3 to 5, 1, 6. Hydrogen 6. And oxygens are 2. 2 oxygens. C3H6O2 is the molecular formula of this compound. And even this compound is also having same molecular formula. Sorry, it will be CH3. It will be CH3. Okay. Even this formula, this compound is also having same molecular formula. Okay, this is what? Monocarboxylic acid. This is ester. Okay. See here, the functional group present is ester functional group. So this is carboxylic acid functional group, and this is ester functional group. Okay. Hydroxyaldehydes. What is the meaning of hydroxyaldehydes? That means aldehyde and hydroxy. OH group and aldehyde, CHO group. If both are present in the compound, then they are said to be hydroxyaldehydes. For example, CH3, CH, OH, CHO. So here hydroxy group is present and aldehyde group is present. Such compounds are said to be hydroxyaldehydes. Okay. See, if you see the molecular formula of this one, C3H6O2, same molecular formula. So this here, the functional group is different from this functional group and this functional group. So these are the compounds having same molecular formula, but they differ in their functional group. They have different functional groups. Okay. Hence they are said to be functional isomers. So this is functional isomer to this one, and this is functional isomer to this one, this is functional isomer to this one. So like this. So each and every these compounds are functional isomers to other compounds. Hydroxyketones. Hydroxyketone. Hydroxyketone. So this is ketone group, CO. Ketone groups and alcohol group, OH group, hydroxy. So hydroxyketones. This is hydroxyaldehyde, this is hydroxyketone. This is monocarboxylic acid and this is ester. See, look into the molecular formula of this one. C3H6O2. Same molecular formula. So these are all having same molecular formula, but they possess different functional groups. See, here also alcohol function group is present, but here it is ketone and it is aldehyde. So these two are different functional groups. Okay, such compounds are said to be functional isomers. So this is functional isomer to these three, this is functional isomer to these three, and this is functional isomer to these three, and this is functional isomer to these three. So all of them are functional isomers to each other. Generally, monocarboxylic acids are functional isomers to esters, hydroxyaldehydes, and also to hydroxyketones. So like this. Okay, so this is an example, right? We will learn another example, one more example. See, remember which one are functional isomers to which one. So what are functional isomers to others? So this is one, this is two. Third one is monocarboxylic acids, esters, hydroxyaldehydes, and hydroxyketones. Hydroxyaldehydes and hydroxyketones are, so these are all functional isomers to each other. Okay. Next example we will see. Aldehydes, not hydroxyaldehydes, only aldehydes. Aldehydes and ketones are functional isomers to each other, and even unsaturated alcohols, unsaturated alcohols and alkene oxides. Alkene oxide, they are also called as unsaturated ethers. Unsaturated ethers are also called as alkene oxides. Okay, see, aldehydes, ketones, unsaturated alcohols, and alkene oxides. So these four types of compounds are functional isomers to each other. Let us take an example. Suppose this molecular formula, let us consider this molecular formula C3H6O. So with this molecular formula, I'll write aldehyde CH3 CH2 CHO aldehyde, C3H6 1 oxygen. I'll write ketone also for this CH3 CO CH3. So this is the ketone. With the same molecular formula, I wrote ketone. Okay, this molecular formula is written in the form of ketone. Unsaturated alcohols, CH2 double bond, CH2OH, So this is alcohol. Okay, alcohol functional group. So this is multiple bond. So what is the meaning of unsaturated? Unsaturated means multiple bonds. If multiple bonds are present in the compound, then those compounds are said to be unsaturated compounds. Here unsaturated alcohols means so multiple bond and even alcohol functional group. So both are present. Hence such compounds are said to be unsaturated alcohols. So this is unsaturated alcohol. So how many carbons are there? 1, 2, 3 carbons. How many hydrogens are there? 3 plus 3, 6. How many oxygens? 1. Okay. So that means even this compound is also having same molecular formula. Alkene oxides. Alkene oxide. That means C double bond C, oxygen. C double bond C means here already 3 bonds are there. So 1 hydrogen I'll keep. Already 2 bonds are there on this carbon. So I'll keep 2 hydrogens. So oxygen. So 2 lone pairs are present on the oxygen. Okay. 2 lone pairs, right? So here CH3. So unsaturated, that means multiple bond and ether functional group. So oxygen. So on either side of this oxygen is attached to carbon atoms on either sides. Hence this functional group is said to be ether functional group. Whenever oxygen is attached to carbon atoms on either sides, then it is said to be ether. So now this is ether and even unsaturation is present. So such compound is said to be unsaturated ethers, or else simply alkene oxide. Okay, see all these 4 different compounds, their properties are entirely different. So this is aldehyde compound, this is ketone, this is hydroxy alcohol, this is this is unsaturated alcohols, and this is unsaturated ethers. As they are different compounds, they possess entirely different properties. Okay, why do they possess different properties though they have same molecular formula? Because they are having different functional groups. So these are the compounds which have same molecular formula but different functional groups. Hence they are said to be functional isomers to each other. Okay, whenever different compounds possess same molecular formula and they differ in their functional groups, then such compounds are said to be functional isomers. And existence of such different types of compounds with the same molecular formula, okay, having different functional group, so that existence is said to be, the phenomenon of existence is said to be functional isomerism. Okay, so like this we will learn some more examples. See, remember, so these things you need to remember. So 4th type of example, what we learnt. So aldehydes are functional isomers to ketones. Okay, unsaturated alcohols, okay, and unsaturated ethers. So these are all functional isomers to each other. So these are all functional isomers to each other. Okay, right. Next type of functional isomers we will learn. Next, another example. So these things we need to practice well. Next type. Cyanides and isocyanides. Cyanides and isocyanides. What are cyanides and what are isocyanides? C triple bond N or also CN. Cyanide means generally CN functional group is said to be cyanide. Suppose if alkyl group is attached to carbon, then they are said to be cyanides. If alkyl group is attached to nitrogen, then they are said to be isocyanates. So that is the difference between cyanides and isocyanates. So in cyanides, so alkyl group is attached to the carbon, whereas in isocyanates, so this alkyl group is attached to nitrogen. Okay, see, this carbon will become the part of the chain in cyanides, but this carbon does not become the part of the chain. Okay, part of the chain in cyanides, in isocyanates, because between these carbons, R means alkyl. Alkyl means a chain of carbon atoms. Sometimes it may be one carbon also. Sometimes, okay. So here these carbon atoms, they are not in continuation with this carbon, because this carbon atom, they are connected to nitrogen, and this nitrogen is connected to carbon. So that carbon chain is broken by nitrogen here. But here in this case, so that carbon chain, it is in continuation with this carbon. Hence this carbon also will be treated as the part of this chain. Okay, right. So cyanides and isocyanates are the functional isomers. So this is one functional group, and this is another functional group. So though it seems to be CN, but the connectivity is different. So the connectivity is through nitrogen here, and here the connectivity is through carbon. Okay. So for example, CH3 or CH3CN, methyl cyanide, this is called as methyl cyanide. CH3CH2CN. Okay, this is ethyl cyanide, or else IUPAC name if you write. So here this carbon should included here. So here it is ethyl nitrile. Cyanide means nitrile. So here it is propyl nitrile. Sorry, ethane nitrile, propane nitrile. Propane nitrile, ethane nitrile. Ethane nitrile, or else simply common name methyl cyanide and ethyl cyanide. So its IUPAC name is ethane nitrile, and its IUPAC name is propane nitrile. Okay, right. So what is this one then? So with the same molecular formula, if I may write differently like this: CnCH3. So now this is called as methyl isocyanide. This is methyl cyanide. Methyl cyanide, and this is what? Methyl isocyanide. Methyl isocyanide. Okay, so these two are different compounds, though they are having same molecular formula. What is the molecular formula of this one? C2H3N. Even this one is also having same C2H3N, same molecular formula. These two are having same. These two are different compounds. They are having same molecular formula. How do they differ? They are differing in their functional group. Here the connectivity is differing. So it is having CN, and even this is also having CN, but the connection is here. This other part of the compound is connected through carbon. Here the other part of the compound is connected through nitrogen. So these two are said to be functional isomers to each other. So this is functional isomer to this one, and this is functional isomer to this one. So another, this, what is the functional isomer of this one? I can write like this: CH3 CH2 NC. Here connection is through nitrogen, NC. Okay, see, remember, you may write like CN or NC, whatever it may, whatever the way you may write, but the connection should be through nitrogen. If the connection is through nitrogen, then it is said to be isocyanide. Okay, NC. Here also it is NC. NC through. So we have to proceed uh, from the connection only. Okay, from where the connection is present. So from nitrogen it is connected. Hence it is NC. Okay, so NC. So this is isocyanide. So this is what? This is ethyl isocyanide. Ethyl isocyanide. Okay. So like this. So that means cyanides are functional isomers to isocyanides. Let us learn another example. So what did you learn? Cyanides and isocyanides are functional isomers to each other. Okay, next one. Nitroalkane and alkyl nitrite. Nitroalkane and alkyl nitrite. It is simply called as nitro group, and here it is nitrito group. Nitro group and nitrito group. Nitroalkane. So generally nitroalkane means it will be like this. This is nitro group. N here coordinate covalent bond. So between nitrogen and this oxygen there is a coordinate covalent bond, and between the same nitrogen and other oxygen there is a double bond. So this group is said to be nitro group. Okay. So it is said to be nitroalkane. See, nitro, it always come as prefix. It does not come. It never come as suffix. Okay. So while writing the name of the compound, remember that nitro always it come as a substituent, or else it always comes as secondary prefix. It never comes as secondary suffix. Right. Generally, so here as it is coordinate covalent bond, so we will write like this. While writing coordinate covalent bond, we have to mention so from which atom the electron pair is donated to other atom. So here the donor atom gets a positive and the acceptor atom gets a negative symbol like this. Then what is alkyl nitrite? So it is like this. So here the connectivity is through oxygen. Here the connectivity, alkyl group is attached to nitrogen, whereas here alkyl group it is attached through oxygen. See, both are having one nitrogen and two oxygens, but here the connectivity is different. See, alkyl group is attached to oxygen, here alkyl group is attached to nitrogen. So hence it is said to be nitrite. If alkyl group is directly attached to nitrogen of nitro group, then it is said to be a nitroalkane. See, both are having same molecular formula. For example, CH3NO like this, or else CH3NO2 methyl nitrate. Here it is nitromethane. So the connectivity is different here. Here CH3ONO. So we have to show the connectivity like this. So CH3ONO. So we have to show like this only. So what is the molecular formula? See, its molecular formula is CH3O2NO2. CH3 NO2. So molecular formula both are same, molecular wise. That means what is molecular formula? Molecular formula means it indicates the number of atoms of each element present in one molecule. Will give the molecular formula. So number of atoms of each element we have to see. So carbon, 1 carbon, 3 hydrogens, 1 nitrogen, 2 oxygens. So number of the formula which represents number of atoms of each element, okay, in one molecule, that formula is said to be molecular formula. So this compound is having molecular formula of this one, and this compound is having molecular formula of this one. See, molecular formula of both the compounds are same. Hence, that means these two compounds, they show same molecular formula, but different functional groups. So here it is nitrito functional group and it is nitro functional group. Okay, so it is called as nitromethane. It is called as methyl nitrite. This is, what is the name of this one? Nitromethane. Nitromethane, and this is methyl nitrite. Methyl nitrite. Wait. So these two are functional isomers to each other. So sixth type is nitroalkanes are functional isomers to alkyl nitrite. Alkyl nitrite. So like this. Another example. See, these are all different functional isomers. See, remember that alkynes are functional isomers to dienes, alcohols are functional isomers to ethers, monocarboxylic acids are functional isomers to esters, hydroxyaldehydes and hydroxyketones. And aldehydes are functional isomers to ketones. They are also functional isomers to unsaturated alcohols, and they are also functional isomers to unsaturated ethers. Okay, right. Next, cyanides are functional isomers to isocyanates. In the same way, nitroalkanes are functional isomers to alkyl nitrites. Next, amines. Amines. If you see amines, what are amines? Amines are the compounds which contain nitrogen. So generally, amines will generally write like this. But three types of amines exist. Primary amines, secondary amines. Okay, primary amines, secondary amines, and tertiary amines. In primary amines, so nitrogen, it is having 2 hydrogens like this, and this nitrogen is attached to one alkyl group only. But in secondary amines, so nitrogen possesses only, it is attached to directly only one hydrogen atom, and the same nitrogen, it is attached to 2 alkyl groups. Okay, such amines are said to be secondary amines. In general, amines are denoted like this, but actually, so all amines do not possess this formula only, this group only. Only primary amines possess this group. What are tertiary amines? In tertiary amines, see, nitrogen is not having any hydrogen directly attached to it. So this nitrogen is attached to 3 different alkyl groups, or else 3 same alkyl groups sometimes, or else 2 same, like this. So I will give examples. Let us consider CH, this functional group, CH3, CH2, CH2, NH2. This is propylamine. Propanamine, or else propanamine, propanamine. So this is primary amine. How can we say that it is primary amine? because this nitrogen is directly attached to two hydrogens. Sorry, this the two hydrogens are directly attached to the nitrogen. So this type of functional group is present. This type of arrangement of atoms. Hence it is primary amine. So what is the molecular formula of this one? C3 6 H9. Okay, H9 and N. C3 H9 and N. So with this same molecular formula, I can write another structure like this. Okay, with the same molecular formula, I can write another structure like this. So here, this is different from this one. The connectivity, this nitrogen is directly attached to, so I mean two hydrogens are directly attached to nitrogen. Here only one hydrogen is directly attached to nitrogen. It is secondary amine. Okay, N-methyl ethanamine. It is propanamine. It is propanamine, but it is N-methyl. The name of this one is propanamine. The name of this one is, on nitrogen methyl group is present, hence N-methyl. So what is this one? So ethanamine. So N-methyl ethanamine and propanamine both are having same molecular formula. Okay. Now with this molecular formula, I can write another compound, another different compound. CH3. See, in this compound, this is said to be tertiary amine. In tertiary amine, the nitrogen, it is not attached to any hydrogen atoms. So this nitrogen is attached to all alkyl groups only. So here these alkyls are they may be of same type, or they may be of different types also sometimes. Here, what is the name of this compound? So this will become the base compound, methanamine, and actually there should be these two should be two hydrogens. So because this is the amine means NH2, but here these two hydrogens are replaced by methyl groups. Hence, where these methyl groups are present, substituent methyl groups are present. The substituent methyl groups are present on nitrogen. Hence, we have to write like this: N, N. Okay, N, N. Okay, N, N. Dimethyl. Two methyl groups. Where these two methyl groups are present, that one methyl group is present on N, and even the other methyl group is also present on N. Hence, N, N. Dimethyl methanamine. Okay, so these three are different compounds, but they are having same molecular formula, and they are of amines. Okay, but they are but this is primary amine, this is secondary amine, this is tertiary amine. So primary, secondary, and tertiary amines, they are said to be functional isomers to each other. Remember, they are said to be functional isomers. Primary, secondary, and tertiary amines are functional isomers to each other. So like this. Okay, right. We learn another example. So what example we learned now so far? So amines. Primary amine, secondary amine, and tertiary amine. So these three are functional isomers to each other. Okay, right. Let us learn another example. Uh, let us learn another example. Here, eighth example. Amide, oxime, nitroso. So these are all functional isomers to each other. Amide means this is the functional group for amide, NH2. CONH2. Generally we'll call amide means CONH2. We will write like this. Amide functional group. Then what is oxime? Oxime means here double bond NOH. So this is oxime functional group. Oxime. Nitroso means NO functional group. Amide, oxime, nitroso. So let us discuss with one example. For example, there is a compound, there is a molecular formula C2H5NO. So with this molecular formula, I will write amide CH3 CONH2. So this is ethanamide, 2 carbons. So this carbon is in continuation with this carbon. Okay, so ethanamide. Okay, so with this, this is related to amide. So the with this molecular formula, I will write oxime CH3 CH double bond NOH. Okay. So this is oxime. Nitroso CH3 NO. Okay, so this is ethane oxime, this is nitroso ethane, and this is ethanamide. Amide functional group, oxime functional group, and nitroso functional group. So this is functional isomer to this one, and this is functional isomer to this one also. This is functional isomer to this one, and this is functional isomer to this one also. This is functional isomer to this one, and this is functional isomer to this one also. So like this. So amides, oximes, and nitroso, these are all functional isomers to each other. Let us learn one more example. So with that example, we will finish. Ninth example we will see. Alkyl phenols, aromatic alcohols, aromatic ethers. Aromatic ethers. So these are all functional isomers to each other. For example, so here methyl functional group is present. Methyl group is present, substituent, and alcohol functional group. So this part is said to be phenol. So this is phenol, and to this phenol, alkyl group is attached. To this phenol, alkyl group is attached. Okay, so alkyl phenol. So what is the molecular formula of this one? C6H5 OH and CH3. CH3 means C7 H9O. C7H9O. Okay, with this molecular formula, I can write aromatic alcohol. Okay, so here to this carbon, and to this carbon OH group is present. OH group is attached. So here this OH is attached to this the carbon of ring, but here OH is attached to the carbon which is present outside of the ring. So such compounds are said to be phenols. If OH group is attached to the carbon which is present in the part of the ring, it is said to be phenol. And alkyl is a substituent, alkyl phenols. Here they are said to be aromatic alcohols. Here if OH group is attached to the carbon which is not the part of the ring, aromatic alcohols. This is here oxygen is present. So this carbon is directly attached to oxygen, and this oxygen is attached to methane, alkyl group. Okay, so now this oxygen is attached to this carbon and this carbon. So when oxygen is attached to two carbon atoms, then they are said to be ethers. And here this is aromatic compound, and they are said to be aromatic ethers. So here this oxygen is attached to one carbon which is the part of the benzene ring. Okay, and the other carbon is open chain. Okay, so like this. So here if at least out of two carbons, at least if one carbon is attached to the if one carbon is the part of the ring, then such compounds are said to be aromatic ethers. So like this. So this is functional isomer to this one, and this is functional isomer to this one. This is functional isomer to this one as well as this one. This is functional isomer to this one, and this is functional isomer to this one also. So like this, these are all functional isomers to each other. Okay, so in this way, functional isomers are present. So what is functional isomer? What are functional isomers? The compounds which have same molecular formula, okay, but they're different in their functional groups. So this is OH is present, though OH group functional group is present, but it is directly attached to the ring. Hence its behavior is different when compared to OH here. See this OH is present to the carbon which is not directly attached to the ring. Yeah, this OH group is attached to the carbon which is not the part of the ring. So this alcohol, its behavior is entirely different from this alcohol. This is phenol. This is said to be phenol. Okay, and this is alcohol, right? So these two are functional isomers. Remember, though OH groups are present in both the cases, but these two are said to be functional isomers. Why? Because in this case, this OH group is attached to the carbon which is the part of the ring, but this OH group in this compound, the OH group is attached to the carbon which is not the part of the ring. Hence, its behavior will be different from its behavior. The properties of this one will be different from the properties of this one. And this is how, anyhow, this is ether functional group. It is different. Okay. So even this compound is also having same molecular formula. Okay, as this compound is having same molecular formula with a different functional group, these are said to be functional isomers to each other. Even these two are also functional isomers. Don't think that these two are not functional isomers. Though they are having OH groups in both the cases, but their behavior is different. Okay, so like this, this is in this way functional isomerism can be discussed. So we will discuss the other types of isomerism in the next class.